Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the tangle Charlotte from CZT Margaret Bremner. All right. This one, I probably should have saved it for Tough Tangle Tuesday. But then again, it could just be me. I don't know, but I give you that as a warning. May need to watch it twice. I don't know. I think I needed to watch something a couple times on this one. All right. um. And I'll share the story on the name in a little bit. All right. So it's not a grid pattern. Well, it sort of is. The grid is just lines, and I'm gonna let's see if I do. No, you know what I'm gonna do. It's a debate. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to divide in half, then in half, and then in half. So this one, it's just straight lines across whatever space that you're filling. Okay. And I'm going to dare say straight-ish lines. Let me take a look at hers. Yeah, straight-ish lines. They don't have to be straight. And for that matter, take a look at the For More Inspiration link so you can get just that. It takes you to Margaret's blog where she announced this tangle. All right. All right. Okay. And then how am I going to start this? Okay. Well, so it's just a bunch of straight lines. It really is. But what I had found, let's just do. Okay. I started mine, and actually it's probably more like right here. All right, the first one is just going to be a little longer. We'll just see how it works. Okay. So I'm going to start close here, and we're just going to make like L shapes. Okay. Like that. And then I'm going to cross the line and go up. So it's kind of like up, up, and then over. This one is inside. The extreme, and if I go extreme right side or left side, you're going to have this inside something, not across the line. And then we're going to just work our way back down. I have to keep looking, I tell you. Da-da. Up, one, up, up, down, down, and then back. It's so silly. Up, up, and then we'll end it there. Okay? If you have a challenge with this too, commiserate with me in the comment section. It's the first one that gets me. Well, I take that back. It gets me the most. And and what I was doing, like here when you're into it, and it might not be a bad idea, except I did not start my the step out this way. I did like a little extra step to kind of help with that first one, and maybe I should just redo it before I send it out. Is maybe to start in the middle. Pick one that you want. Okay, here's going to be whichever direction you want it to be, and put your line there. And then really, this could be in thirds, if that makes sense. But once you get it going, whatever happens the first time, go with it. And here's how to continue, because we're going to mirror this. And so here, I am going to start right here because I'm going to have that much separation in between, because that's what I've decided that I'm going to do. And then I'm just working my way backwards. And then you can use what you have already as a guide. And that is a lot of times really helpful. I would suggest going really slow and paying close attention to what you do, because it's not I've had many that I'm like, okay, nope, not this, nope, okay, let's try it again. All right, and then here I'm going to start again, and again we're we're mirroring, so we're just doing the opposite. But I just find it helpful to start there and then work my way down. And I'm sort of I'm just eyeballing it. It doesn't matter if it's exactly the same or not. It really doesn't, as most tangles. Like that. Don't pay attention to that little line there. We'll do something else there. Um, oh yeah, maybe. Well, you know what? I could feel it. I did this one rather large, thinking that it would help, and it kind of did. So once you have this all done, then it's just then you get to decorate. And as I like to say, in the decorating phase, um, wherever there's something that you're like, yeah, whoops, then that's where you start decorating. And in fact, I'm going to do that right here. So I'm just going to do some straight lines because I'm sticking in between the lines that we had. So I'm going to skip that section and whoops, it helps when you're doing these lines if you go all the way to the edge. Okay. And then this will end up being kind of like a checkerboard of sorts. Ooh, and actually, you know what? Oh, I think what I will do, I'm going to see how this looks first because I might actually go the other direction and we'll make it more like a grid because that might look neat too. So Margaret offers some suggestions in here. She's, you could put little dots in, in these big sections, like in the center. I've decided I'm putting some lines. And let's see, I'm looking at, and then she has some other neat ideas on her blog. So you could also aura the section. That was going to be my thought until I made the wrong turn. But if this is your first time watching me, I do like to do these in one take. There's an occasion, maybe, where I don't. And usually that's if I goof up somebody's name or something. I know I had one where I had the wrong name completely. I have no idea how I did that. Oh, yeah, see? I think I'm going to do that because that's neat, but it kind of hurts my eyeballs a little bit. So let's just do it this way. It's kind of like the next best thing, sort of, to filling in. It just creates a really nice texture. And then, too, if you use a light touch, my pen, I see I have been hard on it, and it's kind of gone to an angle. And so that's why it's being a little spotty. But you know what? That adds character. That's all it does. But if you go light, then you don't have to worry about them being even or straight or anything. It looks like a kind of like it's like straight cheesecloth. Cheesecloth is a pattern where it's like this where you're doing a small grid, but you're doing more squiggly lines. So similar idea. And see, and already I like it. I think I'm going to, because I've gone off here, I might go over some of those. Just the outline. Just maybe make it a little bit thicker or something, because that fixes that. All right, and I did mention I was going to talk about the name. While you can go read it for yourself, I just think it's hysterical. And while I'm filling this in, and because if you're tangling along, then you can just keep tangling along. Or you can take a break for a minute. Raise your hand if, when you are out and about, you've ever taken a picture of a wall or a floor, somebody else's shirt or something. Yes, I know you're out there. So that's what this pattern came from. Margaret explains in her blog that she had a layover in Charlotte. I'm assuming, yeah, North Carolina. And this was a, let's see, it was a, she says, I noticed this simple pattern on a wall beside a highway near the airport. Um, it was, she said, she's also noticed it in Saskatchewan. Oh, Saskatoon, she says. That must be where, I think that's where she's from. But anyway, so, I know a lot of people that will take and turn things into tangles. And here is a fine example. So keep snapping those pictures of things that inspire you. And actually, I don't have a link on my, I should put one there. But if you go, oh, probably, to my Facebook page, that I have a link for in the description section, and you can find if you would like to join the hunt for these tangles in the wild. I have a Facebook group called Tangles Everywhere, and that's exactly it. No drawings of anything. If you found something that had a pattern on, and you recognize. Generally, I like to have it if you recognize the pattern. A lot of times, people are just posting cool patterns, which that's okay. You never know. Somebody get inspired and take it to the next step. But we have a lot of fun. Oh, see, there we go. That is just neat. And you know what I think I can do it with the same pen. Oh, no. You know what? I'm not going to do that. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to worry about the little places that I went over. But what I am going to do is do some shading. So in these areas. So now we have a bunch of I's or H's, depending on which way you want to turn your tile. And I'm just going to shade in this section on my version of the step out. I kept one just plain, and without doing anything inside, and just shaded all the way down. So it will be like this section. I just shaded like the inside of this column and the inside of this column or something like that. You can take a look at that. And it turned out rather neat also. This is one of those, depending on how you decorate it, or if you decorate it, and what you emphasize, it's going to look almost like different patterns, and that is always so neat. All right. All right. So, as I do this, I've already mentioned the description section. If you're enjoying this, I would love it if you click the like button. And if you while you're at it, and your hands on the mouse or away from your pen, and you want to subscribe to this channel, I would love it if you would be a subscriber. And feel free to share it, leave comments, and all of that. Especially if if you want to commiserate with me and having trouble with this one. And I should follow my own instruction here. I'm going to do it now. And that is to put the tip of the tortillon on the graphite. And then either this one I'm kind of just going back and forth. A lot of times I do a little circular motion, but it works much better than trying to reach over stuff. And then you just turn, and whatever's on top. It does just work better versus reaching over, because then other accidents can happen, and we want to try to avoid those kind of things. Oops. And also, if you do it in some kind of order, then you don't go, oh, how did I miss that? Neat. Okay, I'm going to turn it this way so it's H's. So it's a neat tangle. It really is. It's a nice, if you get it down, it's a nice, if you're filling in, you're doing traditional Zentangle, where you're filling in sections. Well, and even if you're not, it is just a nice, interesting, geometric-ish tangle. I like the angles. Sometimes it's nice. I like to do a lot of tangles that are curvy or flowery or whatever, and it's nice to have things that have angles and straight lines to pair with. And this one is also nice because you can have it be you can have it have as much contrast as you want by filling in. So like if I filled in any of these sections, it would be a lot more contrast. This is kind of well, I don't know. We could go several shades of contrast just depending on what you do. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would love. Well, I already mentioned that. Never mind. I've gotten myself out of order. I shouldn't do that. Do all that stuff that I said earlier. And make sure to check out the description section. Again, links for step outs, links on ways to connect with me. And by the way, when you go to my website, I do have classes. I teach almost twice weekly. It just depends on the week. The Tuesday and Thursdays generally. Thursday is always free. I do have one Tuesday that is a free class, and the other ones are either paid or an exclusive. I have one. The first Tuesday of the month is exclusive for my Tangle Addicts Club members, and that's a subscription. Information is on my website, so you can check that out. But you know what? I rather come join us for free. Make sure you like it enough. And if you think you'll take one class, or at least want to have access to the replays, because I do make those available to those that pay for the classes. So, all right, with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.